In this video, I do a basic heat pump check using the Imperial iConnect refrigerant analyzer. Also use the wireless pressure probes and the repeater probe with the piercing leads for checking return and supply temperature. Making no judgments on the system in the video, simply showing you how the iConnect can be used to check heat pumps in the heating cycle. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Tying your piercing probe into T1 and applying it to the supply duct, tying the other probe into T2 and applying it to the return duct will allow the probe to automatically calculate your temperature rise. If you were looking for a temperature drop, you could put T2 in the supply duct and T1 in the return duct, and it would show you a positive temperature drop. The calculation for that probe is always T1 minus T2. With the iConnect, you can take the device with you very easily and allow your Zigbee communicator probes to do the long-range work. So this screenshot is to show that the communication to the outdoor probes is maintaining while I'm in the attic. Going to go ahead and fire up the system and take my electric heat readings before I put the door on, and then we will get a temperature rise on the heat strips after we've got the amps, volts, capacitor, and whatnot checked. So here's just an arbitrary screenshot to show what it was showing at this time, and obviously we're going to get a inaccurate split because of the fact that the door is off of the air handler, but I'm going to go ahead and calculate temperature rise CFM. With the strap on the capacitor, I can't read what size the capacitor is. I'm assuming it's a 10, but we're going to double check it and mark the strap for future reference. Get all of our panels back on and then let the system run for a little while to allow the temperature rise to calibrate to what the system is pulling from the house and out the supply duct. With the way that this ducting is designed in a T fitting situation, wanted to get temperature rise on both sides of the air handler, as well as off of the end of the plenum, the flex duct that comes off of there. We get different temperature rises on all three areas. We've got an average of 24.5 temperature rise. Perform our electric heat calculation and come up with the CFM that the system is producing. It is a 3-ton system, and we end up with 1248 CFM. We're pretty much done up here in the attic. Going to go ahead and pack up the iConnect, leave the repeater probe in the attic to get our temperature rise once we're outside looking at the capacitors, contactors, defrost, and etc. The condenser has been running for a few minutes, and this is what we're getting out of the system. We're going to let it run for a little while longer while we check other components in the system, and then we will test the defrost once I'm satisfied that I've got a good reading on the refrigerant pressures. Going to go ahead and calculate the dual run capacitor capacitance, and with the configuration of this capacitor I couldn't reach the common terminal on the capacitor, so I'm taking my voltage split off of the common wire at the contactor and the hermetic lug on the capacitor. The capacitor on this system is actually not a dual run. They've got a separate capacitor for the compressor and another capacitor hidden back in this corner for the condenser fan motor. Get the reading off of that and then see where our pressures are running. With the heat pump and the auxiliary heat working together, we're getting almost 62 degrees of temperature rise right now. Not too bad. If it were cold outside, that would definitely keep someone satisfied. I'm going to go ahead and pull the condenser fan wire off of the defrost relay for the condenser fan motor and allow the coil to start frosting. With the condenser fan motor unplugged, our pressures are going down, our superheat and subcool are changing, and the coil is beginning to frost. I relocated one of the pipe straps over to the frosting liquid line just to show the temperature of that pipe as it is frosting up. We're definitely below 32 degrees and it's getting cool. I'm going to go ahead and force defrost and then check what the pipe that we had that temperature strap on, what temperature that pipe gets up to when it initiates defrost. The pipe got up to almost 110 degrees when it finished its defrost cycle. There you have it. That's a basic checkup using the Imperial iConnect on a heat pump heat check. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you on the next one.